Hello, I'm 72 years old. My name is Margaret. I went on my first overseas trip with lifelong friends. Friends from our book club that had been meeting for 15 years. The trip started with laughter. But when we returned, none of us contacted each other anymore. Today, I want to tell you why. My son asked with worry, "Mom, are you sure? When was the last time you flew?" I smiled and answered, "Don't worry. I'm going with friends." Truth is, I was nervous too. The last flight was probably 30 years ago, on my honeymoon. But I didn't show it. Barbara was so excited. "Margaret, let's really enjoy ourselves. At our age, who knows when we'll see the ocean again?" Barbara always took the lead. She planned everything: hotels, flights, restaurants. "You all just show up. I'll handle everything." At the airport, we were all thrilled. Susan showed off her new suitcase, Linda checked her passport repeatedly. And Carol appeared in sunglasses. "Carol, you look like a movie star." We took a selfie together, our faces filled with smiles as deep as our wrinkles. The first night in Da Nang was perfect. Seafood at a beachside restaurant, cold beer, endless conversation. "Let's do this again next year." We all agreed. We believed we could. But the next morning, cracks began to appear. At 6 a.m., Barbara threw open the curtains. "Wake up. We need to leave early." Carol groaned under the covers. "Can't we sleep a little longer? We're on vacation. That's why we need to move early. We're wasting time." There was an edge to Barbara's voice. Carol's expression hardened. The bathroom became an issue too. 5 people, 1 bathroom. "Susan, hurry up. I need to shower. I'll be right out." But Susan did all her makeup inside. Linda said with irritation, "You could do makeup outside. I need to time it right." But we're all waiting. The air turned cold. That afternoon at the market, Carol bargained with the vendor. Barbara said, "Just buy it. It's less than $10. But bargaining is fun. We're wasting time. We have other places to go." "You always do this, Barbara. Always sticking to your plan." Barbara's face hardened. "What? When do I do that?" The atmosphere became awkward. That evening, paying after dinner, Susan pulled out her calculator. "Let's figure out exactly how much we spent." "Oh, let's just split it roughly," Linda said. "We need to be exact. We didn't all eat the same. But we're friends. That's exactly why we need to be precise." My heart felt heavy. I quickly said, "Let's just split it 5 ways." Susan sighed. "Margaret, you always try to brush things over." That night, no one spoke. Everyone just looked at their phones. I thought even people who've known each other this long can clash. On the 3rd day, at a beachside cafe, I was looking at photos of my grandchildren. Barbara said, "You're thinking about your grandkids even here? You live such a boring life." The words were tossed out like a joke. But they pierced my heart sharply. Do I live a boring life? No, I didn't mean it like that. Is loving my grandchildren wrong? My voice trembled. I stood up. "I'm going back first." Back in the room alone, I cried. Those words kept circling boring life. Am I really such a boring person? Why should I be judged by someone else's standards? From the next day, we spent time separately. Breakfast separately, toured separately. We came together, but we weren't together. On the last night, we ran into each other in the lobby. An awkward silence. "Did you check the flight time?" "Yeah, 9 a.m. That was all. At the airport, we exchanged formal goodbyes. "Take care. Let's stay in touch." But that "let's" never came. The group chat gradually became quiet. A week later, Susan wrote, "Everyone doing well?" No one responded. I didn't either. Our 15-year friendship ended after a 3-day trip. I sometimes wonder, what did we do wrong? Who was the bad person? But there was no answer. Because no one was bad. We just got too close. We saw each other's true selves, living habits, values, personality differences, all without filter. And we weren't mature enough to accept those differences. I realized the trip became a standard, not a memory. Once trust is broken, it doesn't easily repair. Now, I'm meeting new friends at the local library. Once a month, we talk about books, have tea, and part ways. We don't delve into each other's private lives. Don't feel burdened. That's comfortable. That's a relationship that lasts. I sometimes think of Barbara. Sometimes I want to say I'm sorry. But I don't call. Some relationships are better left as memories. Friendship in old age is different. We can't change each other and don't have the strength to endure long. So distance is needed, a distance where hearts can remain. Too close creates wounds. Too far breaks the relationship. Just the right distance. Now, one meal is more precious than a trip. An hour of conversation is worth more than 3 days together. A true friend is someone you can cry and laugh with. But who doesn't hurt you by being too close? It's been a year since Da Nang. The group chat is still there, but silent. Maybe we all know it's over. But no one wants to end it. So we leave it as an ellipsis. Today, I watch videos my grandchildren sent and laugh. Maybe it is a boring life. But this is my way. This is my happiness. Now I know I don't need to fit anyone's standards. The greatest freedom gained with age is freedom from others' judgment. The Da Nang trip was the end of a friendship. But also the beginning of realization for me. What's truly precious isn't a trip far away, but small gatherings close by. Not flashy memories, but comfortable daily life. Not many friends, but one sincere person. As we age, relationships become fewer, but their meaning becomes deeper. Today, I drink tea alone. Quietly, slowly. And I like this time when I can just be myself. Thank you for listening to my story.